Okay, lesson 258. Let me remember that my goal is God. All that is needful is to train our minds to overlook all little senseless aims and to remember that our goal is God. His memory is hidden in our minds, yes, obscured but by our pointless little goals, which offer nothing and do not exist. Shall we continue to allow God's grace to shine in unawareness while the toys and trinkets of the world are sought instead? God is our only goal, our only love. We have no aim but to remember him. So I keep having this experience where, in all honesty, sometimes I don't start out the day. Like today, I didn't even bring my Course in Miracles book with us when we stayed at a hotel last night. I just didn't carry it, but I checked in with the lesson late as soon as we got back in the afternoon. And I was just amazed that it just feels like so on par. Like, it's like I read it and I'm like, yes, I'm experiencing that. Or I can speak to that. I am experiencing this learning. And I did. And I'm so grateful because, yesterday it was like, let me remember what my purpose is. And so I went on this like one night trip with the purpose of celebrating my husband and staying in the flow of peace and just enjoying our time. And so it's amazing how I kind of felt into it. Where would be a good place for us to stay? And trying to be thoughtful about it. And then when we got there, it was like a nice place, just that a few things were different than I expected. I wanted room service like Macaulay Culkin style, like, silver platters. Like, I want the lid on it. And like, you could order food from the restaurant, which was a different restaurant than was listed because they've cut back their menu because everything's under, restriction. And so things were a little different. I shared with a couple of people that we ordered dinners. They were very smaller portions than we're used to, like cooking at home. And mine ended up on the floor, face down. And these things were happening. And so my mind kept going to like, oh, this is a bad idea. This was a stupid idea. This is a waste of money. And then I was like, no, my goal is not to save money. My goal is not even to get the most out of my money, even though the intention was to enjoy ourselves. Sure. It just wasn't to be about money. My goal was not to be anything but in the flow of what was occurring and not judge it. And that's when it was saying two lessons ago, the way to God is through forgiveness here. And forgiveness is releasing the meaning we're making. So as we notice our mind ascribing meaning to everything, as we choose again, like, no, my goal isn't to save money. My goal isn't even to focus on money. My goal is to focus in the moment. Because as I saw the hotel menu and it was like nothing on there I really could eat in its description, I thought, well, let's order out. We can get takeout from anywhere. And then it felt overwhelming. Like, okay, we're already hungry. Justine's already fidgety. And we haven't really, I just had expected to eat from the hotel restaurant that I had seen. I already liked the menu, whatever. Yeah. But then I said, okay, it's not about saving money. It's not about, I was just remembering it was about doing what was easy and relaxing. So we tried and we learned so much. Like now, the next time we stay, I'm going to be so super prepared that I realized that's so helpful. It's so helpful. And we made the best out of everything. And I'm so proud of our family. We just kept going. It was like, it's okay. My husband was extremely cool with everything and just like yeah, we went to Whole Foods and it was really crowded. It's like Sunday, probably prime time shopping. Anyway, but we just kept finding our way through it and not making meaning. And my mind tried to keep like showing me what a bad idea it was. And I was like, no, my goal isn't even to have an outcome. It's to be in moment by moment peaceful and free of meaning. So I feel grateful that the goal of God, as it said here, meaning, because it says God is our only goal, our only love, like our only intention is to stay in the flow of love, is to be loving. That's the point. So you can always be loving. You can always, it's just fun because life will throw you these things that might challenge you, but you can always be loving, which is so cool. So when you change the focus, it becomes like, ooh, can I be loving in this? Ooh, gotta go.